Welcome to Qt Fast Track Series for API Recommended Practice 578. In this lecture, we will discuss the positive material identification methodology and technology of API RP 578 Part 1. This section provides an overview of the general structure of the text in Clause 6, as well as reviews of some of the important sub-clauses that are in the clause. The following is a list of all the sub-clauses as listed in the table of contents. The text portion of is distributed amongst 8 sub-clauses. In the following slides we highlight important information contained in Clause 6 accompanied by the sub-clauses. Material Verification Program. Test Method Objectives. The test methods outlined in API RP 578 are intended to identify materials, and are not intended to establish the exact conformance of a material to a particular specification. Depending on the test method selected, the method may only identify the nominal composition of materials. Identification of materials by visual stamps markings alone should not be considered as a substitute for positive material identification, but may be an important component of an overall quality assurance program. Positive Material Identification Procedure. The positive material identification procedure should identify and include the techniques to be applied, equipment calibration, qualification requirements for personnel conducting the positive material identification, surface preparation requirements, testing methodology applied, acceptance criteria, and documentation requirements. Personnel qualifications. Person performing positive material identification should be knowledgeable about all aspects of operation of the positive material identification equipment, and the test method being applied. Qualifications of the person performing the test, including training and experience, should be submitted for review and approval by the owner-user. The owner-user is responsible to assure that all individuals performing positive material identification are trained and qualified in accordance with the applicable procedure used during the examination. Certification and qualification are two of the most effective methods to prove requirements are met. Review questions. Question number 1. Which of the following does not need to be included in a PMI procedure? Answer is C. Question number 2. Identification of materials by visual stamps, markings alone. Answer is D. Question number 3. All personnel performing PMI tests should be. Answer is C. Question number 4. Who is responsible to assure that all personnel performing PMI testing are trained and qualified? Answer is A. This lecture is prepared by Samir Saad, and this is his profile. Thanks a lot for watching, and please waiting us for next lecture.